Welcome, folks, to another edition to On The Fringe with Freddie Mac and TBuck, host Super Bowl podcast. TBuck, what a game it was yesterday.
Yes,
Patrick Mahomes, the truth. Should we include him in the GOAT talk now?
I would say he is very, very close to being that. He needs one more. With a performance like that, man, it's hard not to, but I think he needs one more, man. That what you said earlier, man, is you talking about a game, and I didn't really have no skin in the game, and I was sitting on the edge of my seat. That's how exciting it was, man.
I had some skin in the game. I picked the 49ers. No, I picked the Kansas City Chiefs to win. Remember, we talked about it on the last show. I picked the Chiefs to win. Man, you gave the ball to Patrick Mahomes with too much time on the clock.
Too much time. You know, we was talking earlier, Fred, about just the different makeups of the game and who was going to make those plays. Well, the 49ers front four, first half of the game, man, they was getting after Pat.
They dominated. They did.
And then what Kansas City did, what you got to get a credit, obviously, to Andy Reid for changing the game plan and adjusting and spreading them out a little bit and getting them tight. So before I dive into it, what are some of the key points of the game for you as you was watching that game?
I think in the end, Patrick Mahomes started using his legs a lot more. He started running for those first downs. You know, he was digging and donking down the field. Then in that last couple of drives, he started running that ball.
Yes,
and he finally got Kelce involved. Remember, they shut Kelce down in that first half. They had him and Kittles on ice. So, but in the second half, boy, the cream rise to the top. But boy, if Kelce and Mahomes, let me tell you something, dude. That's legendary what they did. The back-to-back, and they trying to come out a three-peat? What? And it's possible. It's possible.
Absolutely. Well, I would tell you this too. I'll tell you this. If you look at, and I know we give all the credit to the offense and the quarterback, deservingly so, they got to score.
That defense showed out
what they did, I would say both defenses. That first half, it was all 49ers.
Yep.
And that second half with that 30-minute halftime and Usher up there doing, I don't know what he was doing. But
he was balling. I thought he did good. They shouldn't have put Jermaine Dupri out there with them mini shorts on, mini dress bands he had on. Like,
what was them socks he had on, man?
I know, looking like he Abraham Lincoln somebody.
But that halftime adjustment and the talks that you can have, I think it showed a difference between Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan, right?
Shanahan made some adjustments too, though. He ran the ball. He did the right thing. He ran the ball. With Christian McCaffrey had 80 yards rushing, 80 yards receiving. Dude, that's huge.
But listen to this, though, Fred. What does Damon Lillard say in basketball? It's Dame time. That means when it's on the line, we need you to produce, right? So we go to, before Pat drives it down, we go to overtime. Right? So Kyle Shanahan takes the ball in overtime. I don't know how you feel about that, but I disagree with that.
I totally agree with that. If the right tackle slides like it's supposed to, it's a touchdown to Jordan in the right corner again.
You sound like Tony don't know nothing Romeo. That is
it's the truth.
He's not gonna score on that.
Isiah was wide open. He had beat McDuffie. No, he had beat Snead off the line. Snead had fell down. He was wide open in the end zone. He just the offensive line blew that call for the touchdown, but he was wide open.
But let me ask you this, Fred, even with that, how many times do you look at the tape when you play ball? How many plays can you count? Say, oh man, if he would have missed that block, if he would have caught that ball, if he would have slid there, if he would have made that check, you have that. You got to make your plays. But I'm telling you, with the fourth quarter, when both teams in overtime are getting the ball, it's much better knowing what you have to do than the guessing on what you have to do. And that's why you take the ball second and not first.
Yeah, and I think that those rules might have confused Shanahan, and that's his fault for not knowing the new rules. It's a regular season rule, it's the playoff rule. So
absolutely,
it's on him for not knowing that. Even it's a big deal about the players saying they didn't know the rules.
They didn't know the rules, and I would say for that specialist or that assistant coach, those guys got to help him too.
They make a lot of money. They pay them dudes, them consultant dudes. The consultant, that's their job.
They got to help them in them situations. Like, look, coach, we need to know. Just like Kansas City, and I go back to Kansas City on a 4th and 3 when they did the rollout, the boot, and gave Patrick the flat and the corner route. To me, that's the same route that they scored on to win the game. That if they would have had the ball first, they wouldn't have went for it there. They would have punted the ball. That's why going second.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's why going second.
No, they wouldn't have punted that ball because it's overtime. That don't necessarily mean
if Kansas City would have had the ball first, they was on their side of the field. They would have punted it. And then
it was on the minus side of the field.
Then Kansas City would have had a chance. So I think that was
that was a big mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. You normally
but they went out and got a field goal now.
Yeah, and so Kansas City knew what they had to do, right? So now, if you got a gunslinger back there that has ice in his veins, that's like, okay, that's like giving the ball.
I know what I got to do. I know what I got to do. I got a field goal in my back pocket. I need to go win this thing. Yeah.
There's a big difference between knowing I have to do and thinking I have to do something. I might have to do something.
Unsure of it. Right. Hey, Buck, man, you know what? You know who balled out too for Kansas City? Number 22, McDuffie. What?
Yes.
Hey, that dude cold-blooded.
Yes. I told you it was 2 guys.
It's amazing though how he don't make the Pro Bowl, but make first team All-Pro.
I don't understand that.